Hello and welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl, and today we're going to do something a little bit different, which is a bit of a channel update. Talk about what the channel's all about and what you can look forward to, and some of the challenges that I will also have as well. First of all, I'd like to thank all those supporters. Certainly over the last month or so, it's been quite busy on the channel, busier than it's ever been. The channel's been around for a while, so I'd just like to thank everybody for your support. Thank you to the subscribers and to those people who are watching the videos. It is much appreciated, so thank you very much for that. And this is for you as much as everybody else, so that you know what you've got to look forward to. So without further ado, let's jump into the channel update and what you've got to look forward to over the next coming months. So, Warhammer the Old World. So, my channel, one of my primary focuses is going to be on Warhammer the Old World, the tabletop game. I'm a big fan of Warhammer Fantasy Battle in the past. I'm quite hyped for the Old World, but, tempered with what we might get. So, as soon as the news comes out, I'll be looking to create a video on those news articles, and you'll have seen some of that already. I intend to do a faction focus for every faction that we've covered on our previous videos, where we're going to dive into a little bit of lore, but mainly look at the units, what they were doing in previous editions and what they might do in the future for those that either didn't play in the past editions or as a reminder to those that did. So we've got that to look forward to, and we're also going to look at models which were designed for Age of Sigmar that could be used in the Old World. But please remember that the Old World, it isn't out yet. We don't even have a release date. Content for this is quite light, so the whole channel isn't going to be about that, and this channel isn't designed to be solely about one thing. But we will be, when the opportunities do arise, we will be focusing on Warhammer the Old World quite a bit. The other thing that we'll be looking at is Total Warhammer 3. Big fan of this game. I really enjoy playing it. I do want to keep going with my first 50 turn playthroughs with each of the legendary lords. We've done all of the Wood Elves and all of the Warriors of Chaos and one of the Chaos Dwarfs so far. So keep an eye out for that. We will be doing more of those. I also want to do a bit of a deep dive into Dogs of War. It's talked about quite a bit. I did have a Dogs of War tabletop army back in the day, and also to look at some of those other new factions and talk about that. The other thing I thought would be fun to do is I'd love to see a Total Warhammer 40k game, and I thought it'd be nice to have some discussions on that one. So, expect some episodes coming up where we look at what factions could consist of, who legendary lords could be, what units could be, and a little bit of a discussion about maybe how the game could play out. Now, we've no idea if this will ever happen or not, but I think it would be a fun thing to do. As always, I'll be continuing my live streams. So I used to stream on Twitch. I don't do that anymore. I live stream on YouTube on this channel, and I also live stream on Kick. So keep in mind that you can watch me on either of those areas. I plan to live stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, and that's usually from around about 6 o'clock or 1800-ish UK time, depending on family commitments. So keep an eye out for those. I try and stream when I can, and those are the days that I tend to focus on. Currently, in terms of live streams, Planet Crafter is the one that I've been focusing on, having now completed my Subnautica series. Future survival games as well. So if you look at my mid-year wish list that I posted a video of the other day, coupled with things like Green Hell, V Rising, Raft, Life Not Supported, and others, keep an eye out for those. I'm really excited about Starfield, so when that comes out, I've actually been saving money to be able to get that upon release. So keep an eye out for some of that. I'm really looking forward to the potential of that game. We've also got, I'm a big fan of MMOs, and I'm one of the sadistic people who really enjoy leveling characters and leveling tons of alts. So, we're going to continue going through our leveling process slowly. of Star Wars The Old Republic. We're currently doing an Imperial Agent Sniper. WoW Classic Hardcore, currently doing a Warlock. Guild Wars 2, where we're doing a Guardian right now, but we're also going to look at Age of Conan, Return of Reckoning, Gloria Victis, New World, Final Fantasy XIV, and Elder Scrolls, just to name the ones there. Now, that in itself is a huge and vast amount of content leveling a character of each class in each of those games. So that's something. This is months and months and months worth of work, but it's to give you that idea of the direction of the channel and the sort of content you'll see. And all those live streams will be converted into hour-long episodes as well. So you can either view the live stream live or as a past history live stream or as a single hour episodes. And the reason for that is some people only like to watch an hour or so at a time. If you want to download videos, who wants to download a 7 or 8 or 5 hour video? It's easier to download an hour and so on. So we will be doing that as well. As we look into other things on the channel, so Game First Plays will continue. And this is basically a huge variety of all types of games. It's the first level or the first hour of the game, and it's predominantly based upon my ever-growing Steam library. However, most of the games do tend to be older games or early access games that are cheap or in the Steam sale. I can't generally afford most releases at £50 plus a game, so we generally wait until they come down in price. And you can see, let's say, the recent video regarding my current Steam wish list for unreleased games that I'm interested in as they come out. But yeah, we'll continue to see the Game First Plays, and that is really about an opportunity for people to see what a game looks like when you play it. How does it start? How does it play? Just get that first initial feeling where someone's kind of on the edge of, what's this game all about? Does it, do I want to take the plunge and purchase the game? At least you get to see the first level or the first hour of playing it. The other thing that we'll continue doing is the game playthroughs. Some of it will be on live stream, some of it will be offline, and it will be based upon the same list as those Game First Plays. But right now, survival games and MMOs are a particular favourite of mine. And the first of our series that is now fully complete is Subnautica. So the final episode of that, where we actually completed the game. I'm not going to spoil any more than that. We did actually complete the game in that whole series is on the channel. So you can keep an eye out for some of those. World of Tanks, there'll be no more content for World of Tanks. I have major issues with that game in terms of some of the I guess more recent actions of the developer, but if you go back and look over the history of the actions of the developer, I really just don't trust them in terms of how the matchmaker works. I don't trust them in terms of their monetization policy and the potential to become even more pay to win than it is now, and there is elements of that. I don't think anyone would dispute. I wouldn't say it's as bad as some MMOs out there, far from it, but there are certain elements of that, and the imbalance within the game itself. So World of Tanks, no more content. I do not intend to do anything more with that game or touch that game. So given where we've got to, that is a vast amount of content that I want to produce, but there are limitations, and the first one that is time. Yes, it is a huge amount of content. It takes a lot of time to generate the content, whether it's a live stream where you then have to split it up into hour segments, or it's recording a video where you've got to put it together, you edit it, you then have to render it, then you have to upload it. Every hour-long video then has, maybe half an hour's plus, depending on the video, worth of editing. If it's a creation video and a discussion video from scratch, and we're using PowerPoint because, we're trying to maximize efficiency, that's still quite a lot of time you have to put into that. You have to do the graphics for the thumbnail. I do it all myself. It's not exactly, I can barely afford to buy, as I said, a brand new game on release, let alone have anyone doing these for me. So I'm doing everything myself, and so there's a lot of time that goes into producing every single one of the videos, whether it is just rendering it or uploading it. So please bear in mind that all of this stuff, I want to do it, but it will take time to get there. And that's why at the moment I aim for one piece of content per day. If I was doing this as a full-time job, then you could be into 2, 3, even 4 pieces of content a day. But we just don't have time for that. And that part of that is I work. I have a full-time job, and I do regularly travel abroad at the moment. That's about 2 weeks a month. So many videos are pre-recorded 2 weeks in advance. And it does mean that sometimes there are delays, particularly when there's responding to the old world news articles that come out. I'm trying to get them out as quickly as I can, but it's difficult if I've just gone away for a 2-week trip. I have no idea when this news is coming out, the same as everyone else. I am looking at what can be done from a laptop perspective. Maybe with a external hard drive to give me some more space. But I will still be limited by hotel Wi-Fi. So if you're uploading a sizable video and hotel Wi-Fi, that could be quite challenging and unreliable. So we're going to see what we can do from that aspect, even if it's just maybe a small short video talking about a news article and a PowerPoint maybe. We'll see. But please bear in mind some of these limitations. I have to pay the bills and I have to provide for my family. Family time is another one. I do have a family. I have a partner. I have a daughter, and I do need to spend my time with them as well. And most of the work that I do is actually done in the evening when the family are in bed. So a lot of these are recorded late at night, and that's what you have to do. Financial ability to buy the latest games upon release. So that's why I'd love to play Jedi, the new Jedi game, a lot of games on release, but I just can't afford to spend 50, 60, 70 pounds for some of these games upon release each at a time. So that's why you'll see that we spend a lot more time in some of the early access games, which are significantly cheaper, or wait until Steam sale comes along. We have games in the wish list and wait for them to go on sale and that sort of thing. So very difficult for me to get latest games upon release. And to top it all off, for those that are here for the Warhammer content or the Total Warhammer or the video game content, whatever you're here on the channel for, please bear in mind it is a variety channel. I love my tabletop games. You can probably see behind me on the shelf there, we have a whole host of board games up there. So I do love board games. I do love my tabletop games, my Warhammer and so on. But I do love my video games as well. I've been playing video games since I was old enough to play video games back in the day. My first with an Atari, with my ZX Spectrum, both tape and disc, all the way up to where we are today. So it is a variety channel. There will be video game content, there'll be old world content, there'll be Total Warhammer 3 and everything that we've covered. So it is a variety channel. So it's not just going to be Warhammer the Old World all day, every day. Even when there is content to do so, there will be a level of variety. Though if there was enough content, I'd look to get a lot of old world content out on a very regular basis. So I hope that was useful for everybody. I hope that gave you a flavour of what this channel is about, what the content is due to come out on the channel, and how much content I have in my mind for the channel, but also with some of those limitations, which I wish they weren't there. Believe me, I'm sure many people do, but they are the realities of life, and it does limit what I'm able to produce, and we never know what the future may hold. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know why in the comments down below. And if there's anything I've said that you wish to comment on, feel free, and we'll have a good discussion in that comment section below. And if you want to see more content and you want to see all the content we've talked about in this video, please hit that subscribe button and the notifications, and then you'll be notified when new videos come up. It's free for you to do, and it means such a massive amount for me. So thank you for that in advance, and thank you to those that have already subscribed. It is very, very much appreciated. You've been watching The Ghost Owl, and I'll see you soon.